We're back here today with another bike. This one is a customer bike. This is a 2005 Harley Davidson Sportster 883, and it says it's a low, so I figure it's just a little bit lower. This bike was purchased sometime in April this year of 2023, and it has sat and had no work done to it. They got it and it ran, but now who knows. So they want it done by Christmas, and it's December 17th because they have somebody that wants to buy it for a Christmas present. Hoping to have this done in a couple days. I think it's possible. They said they got a new battery for it. I don't know if that battery's bad or whatever. They want me to check the tires out, and I noticed the back brakes for sure locking up, and I think the front brakes are squealing whenever I used them a little bit, pulling it out here, but hopefully we don't run into any major issues. It's getting late tonight. Really, I just want to see if I can get it to start. If we can, I'm just going to shut it right back off, and then we'll carry on whenever it's sunny. So I guess, really, I'm just going to change the battery, because they have a new one. They bought parts for it, never put them on. Hopefully we can get them in and out, and they'll have somebody a Christmas present here soon. But yeah, we can start working on the battery. We're gonna see if it'll start. I'm not sure. And if it does, we gotta cut it off quick because it's actually gotten really late. Okay, so I didn't have that right. I didn't figure it would. Even though they said it started when they picked it up. Might be out of gas, honestly. Can't see in there. Let me pick that gas. There's barely any in it. I think I used all that gas too. Alright, well, I guess I'll have to get some gas for it, and then we'll try again. Alright, it's the next day. I haven't done anything else to it. I did notice this left mirror here doesn't have a bolt in the bottom, so it comes right out. So we gotta replace that. I looked it over a little bit more. The back tire is showing wire. The front tire is okay. I'll show you the back tire here in a little bit. But I got some gas for it. We're gonna throw some gas in there and hope it starts, so we don't have to clean the carb out or anything, but I really don't know. Because they said it was running, but a lot of people don't turn the fuel off on them whenever they park them. And it's been sitting for at least probably April? Long time. It's been sitting a long time. So, hopefully they turn the gas off, but I'm almost certain they did not. I don't know how I'm going to pour this in without spilling it everywhere. We would be doing this outside, but it's like 35 degrees with like 20-mile-an-hour winds. So one, you wouldn't be able to hear me. Two, I'd be freezing because I'm not putting a coat and pants on. It's just not happening. Really hope this thing starts, because that will make it easier on me trying to get this done in 7 days now. Actually, it's really 6 because, you know, I guess we could give it to her on Christmas, but it'd be good to have it done before. But I bet you I'm going to be cleaning the car. Kenzie, would you like to put those on?
Yes.
Let's see what happens here. Oh, another thing I'm going to show you real quick before I do that. I think it's the front brakes, because I don't know what else it could be, and the back brakes also, but whenever you roll it, she's screeching pretty good. I'm pretty sure it's just the brakes though. But like they work. The back brakes are locking up when you hit them, So we'll look into that. And then the front brakes, they work, but I think they're sticking a little bit. But let's see what we got. I'll pull the choke out on it because it is cold. And then that ain't gonna do it. Make sure I have the gas on. Alright, well, looks like we got a little bit more work to do to it. The throttle cables, I think they said need to be worked on too. So I'm wondering if maybe that has something to do with it. Looks like they're kind of sticking a little bit. Not sure. Alright, I guess that's the next thing we'll check is carburetor because they said it ran. I'm banking on that because I want to. Oh yeah, there's some trash in there, in the good old air filter. Looks like it's just a couple leaves, because it has been sitting outside under a shed. Okay, so here's the air filter. It's a bit dirty, not too bad, you know, all the way around, but I'll blow it out, get all that trash off of it, but that's definitely not the issue. But there is gas flowing, so that's either a good thing or a bad thing. There went that screw. It's got a little bit of trash in it. Can you want to bring me that gas can? I'll actually pour this in there. Carburetor might not be clogged. And there's a little bit. I'll show you after I pour it out. Open that for me. Just because I've learned, not really my lesson, of pouring it. I think there was water in it. I saw a separation of something. Yeah, there's water in this gas. There was water in the gas tank. I don't know how well that's going to pick up on camera here, but let's see if I can lower it down, get you a little bit closer in on this. Right there in that corner, I can see a separation, and it's not trash. So there is a bit of water in the gas tank, but that amount probably wouldn't have made that big of a difference. There is a little bit of trash down here, so we'll clean it out. I'll just wipe it out with a rag because it's actually coming out. And then we'll get these jets out and check them. It's black like there's oil on it, but it doesn't wipe off. Does it? It does wipe off. Weird. And it's clear. That one's completely clear. So we'll stick this one back in. Gonna take the whole thing, right? Yep. It's clear too, so that's not super good yet. And the bowl had gas, so that means the gas more than likely works. Kenzie, if you want to go to the other side real quick for me and just hit the gas lever right there on the side. You see how I was pointing sideways right now? If you want to go up or down with it, and then when I tell you to, turn it back sideways. All right, go sideways, sideways, sideways. There you go, it's off. Yeah, so it's getting gas into the carb. I don't see, other than, I don't see why it wouldn't be running. Oh. All right, we put the carburetor back together, and I didn't have this piece on. The slide here shouldn't technically work until we have vacuum inside the engine. And we tried turning it over and it backfired, blew the carb off. So I put this back on so it'll hold it. And Kenzie will, here in a minute, start this once I make sure the carb's lined up, because right now it's not lining up with these holes, but hopefully we can get it to start now. Hold the choke, hold the choke. It's alright. Hit the start button again. Hold the choke out, it's fine.
And I keep the hold of
yes,
the choke,
keep holding it out, yes. Because it wants to go in for some reason. I got it. Alright, well, she runs now. So let me put the whole air filter back on, and maybe it'll run even better. You know, then it'll have everything we need there. Alright, it does start to run now. I'll show you. I've got it warmed up already. We're gonna go ahead and change all the oils on here. So that'll be the engine oil and the primary and trans oils. We're gonna go ahead and warm it up, and then we'll get to changing them out. Since I don't have a lift, we're gonna have to do this on the ground, so camera view is not gonna be great. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna take this off, and this is, I don't even know the real name for it, but this is where we're gonna put the oil in and where we can kind of see inside of there. Then we're going to take this piece off. Again, don't really know the name for it. But it's going to be a place where we can see the oil level, and we need to get it up to about that, line in here. But the drain bolt is under here. It'll be right here. Do you want to give me some light? It'll be this drain bolt here. So I'll kind of set this back here best I can. Try to keep it straight. Alright, there we go. There's the bolt, a little bit of metal shavings, that's okay. Kenzie, if you want to bring me a rag or something? While we let this drain out the rest of the way, here is like the engine oil line. It's really just held on with a clamp here. And this was clamped to the frame under here. So we're going to take that off so we can drain the engine oil. Pop that off. And then there comes some engine oil. Super black. And then I'm going to take the cap off of the other side here. And that should make it drain just a bit quicker, is what I've read. It really didn't look like it made much of a difference. But they say that the primary here and the trans will hold about a quart, and the oil tank up there for the engine oil will hold about 3 quarts. So I bought 4 quarts of, hand me those bottles please, or hand me a bottle of Castrol, because that's just what's around me. It says it's been tested in Harley Davidson, so obviously I had to buy that. And then I got a new oil filter. That's a K&N oil filter. So, and obviously, I got the chrome instead of the black because it's a Harley Davidson. Everybody loves the chrome. But anyway, we're gonna let this drain out, and then we'll fill everything back up all at once. It's gonna leak some oil all over the bike. We will get it cleaned up. It's not a big deal. It's just oil. I've dealt with a lot messier. I wiped up what I could from the old oil off the bike, and we'll just have to wash it off in a little bit or later. Now we're gonna take the primary cover off here, and we're gonna fill this up. Starting to see the oil level rising. Means we're getting close. Alright, it's right up to that line now. I'm gonna let the little bit left in the funnel drain in, and then we'll throw this cover back on and this will be done. There you go, trash the garage more. Alright, I'm pretty sure we put about almost 2.5 quarts in here, maybe. So here in a second, we'll start it up. There was this little clip here. Popped it off. Found the right size socket to get the nut off. We may have to take the exhaust off on the other side. I'm hoping we don't, but we may. Now it's just a matter of actually getting this off, and then we'll have to barely jack the bike up. There we go, spinning. To be able to pull the wheel out.
There we go.
Okay. This is why we're replacing the rear tire. It's pretty bald, and then it's got a couple cracks in it. You know, nothing, it's not leaking or anything, but we're gonna take this to the Honda shop and get this thing replaced. Worst case with the front tire, if once we get everything done and we roll it out here to wash, if we see any real damage to it, we can take it off then. But as of right now, it's decent. This one's just wore out. Alright, got the new tire on. We're gonna put this back on and then probably fix up the back brakes. Bet you something to do with my phone. It does that sometimes. Take the back brakes out of the package here, and we'll get these metal clips on the old brakes off and put onto those. These are pretty much all the way wore out. So unfortunately, I had to buy another set of front brakes for this. I don't know if I've already said this. Just to buy these metal clips. Not a huge deal, I guess, but kind of unfortunate since they already bought more brakes. But they got a refund on the brakes, and they got to keep the front brakes. So it's just it's a win-win in that situation. So whoever buys this bike next will have another set of front brakes. Yeah, that's better. It's gotta be. Alright, rear brake is back on and secured and tightened down. We're about to kind of see if it works, because they were kind of sticking. I don't know if it was just bad brake pads, or maybe the lever somehow is sticking, but I'm gonna get this bike moved around a minute and we'll try them out. I must say, this thing does not really make any bad noises at the moment when rolling, but still unsure about the back brakes. They're not even actuating, so we'll have to look into it. Like that's pushed all the way in. They don't come back up either. So we'll have to do some more. Oh, it's this way. I'll have to do more looking into it. Hate having short legs. We're gonna start with maybe airing the line. There's not gonna be air in the line. I'm gonna have to take this back brake off. It won't move. That brake pad fell out of place. I'll show you this. That brake pad here is not in where it's supposed to be for some reason. So I'm gonna try to fix that real quick and then we'll test it again. Brake pads are in here where they're supposed to be. Kenzie, would you do the honors of pumping the brakes for me? Do it one more time.
Jeez, they're tight.
I was gonna say, it got hard, didn't it? I can see it moving. Let me put this cap on. Is it kind of hard to push down? Does it push back up? It does? Alright. I guess, I don't know what happened. Maybe it was just that brake pad not being in all the way. Because I haven't done anything but put those back in. And when I took them apart just now, the piston was pushed back out just a little bit, so. Let's move back and see what happens now. They seem to work. You know, kind of hard to really tell while I'm just kind of sitting here, but trying to push it myself. But I think the back brakes are good. The main thing we're waiting on now is stuff for that front brake. Alright, we're gonna move on to the front brakes. Hopefully they're not too bad. Uh-huh. Yep. That would probably be the issue. There is no brake pads.
What?
Got everything together. New brake pads. This metal retaining clip here and the one up here. So we were missing the metal plates on the brake shoes. We were missing the front metal clip and the back one, plus this rubber grommet. It was this grommet and this piece that they didn't have in stock. And that's what took so long for us to get it all back. But it's here now. It's all together. And the best part is we can go ahead and get done with this. And there's only a couple more things we gotta do. So let's go ahead and install this again because we gotta bleed these brakes. There went some brake fluid. Pump it some more. I was gonna say it should be about to get ready to be getting harder. Give it 7 more and then hold it.
Okay.
Shot out that time. Go ahead. Alright, let's run with that for now because I'm not getting any more air down here.
Hold it.
No, we're just gonna say that's good. I'll have to test them out.
Okay.
Alright, got the snap ring off. This should just pull out now. Set that there. I'll take our new peg here and go ahead and throw this one in. A little bit looser than the other one, well, that's okay. And that the peg is on. And there we go. Alright, so I'm having problems with the shifting here. I put it in first gear because we took it out to the driveway to get the thumbnail shot. And for whatever reason, it won't go back into neutral. And whenever they brought it to me, it was in first gear, and we had a struggle to get it back into neutral. I was really hoping it was just the oil that was in it, making it kind of difficult to shift through. But after doing a little bit of research, sometimes this will hit on the cases, but it's not hitting there. And it sounds like it's in here, and they have a thing called like a shift pawl, and those have to be adjusted sometimes. And I figure that's probably what it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and drain the oil and get to removing this whole cover, and then I'll bring it back then. We got that cover off, and I noticed this is very loose in here, and I don't even know if this shifter's hitting anything that it's actually supposed to. So we're gonna have to take these two nuts off. This one's reverse thread, and then this one's torqued down to like 200 and something foot-pounds. So I'm gonna hope that my impact can get these off, but I can't make promises on that. The shifter also fell out, which is interesting, to say the least. Doesn't look broken, so I'm wondering if maybe somebody changed something in here in the past and just didn't put it back on there right, or what, but that fell out. Oh, that's heavy. Jesus. That's a lot heavier than I thought it was going to be. Wow. Alright. I wonder if maybe it was the spring the whole time. I wonder if it was already off. Try to bend that back down. So, correct. I should be all the way down, so if I go... Yep, there's neutral. I'm wondering, honestly, because you saw here, Kinsley, I'm wondering if that spring might have fell off, or something happened to where these jumped over this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like if I do this and I push these back over it like that, it won't shift at all. But I could still move it before. So I'm wondering if that spring just came off and was just dangling there.
Is it shifting now?
Yeah, I mean, alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and give you another close-up real quick. So it was this spring, I believe, that was off. I think it was the top one here. And I'm wondering if maybe this fell off, or something happened and the shifter ended up on this side of the drum, the star, or whatever. I'm gonna call it a drum because that's kind of what it looks like to me. But if I can get this back on, because like, let's see, right now I can't shift it, and I could shift it before, but it just wasn't doing anything. But when we put it in here now, this is the transmission. It spins free, so it's in neutral. If we shift down, it's going to be in first. And we can shift up in a neutral. Oh, it wasn't all the way. Second, third, all the way up. Should be first. That's going to be second. Go back to neutral. So I'm going to say that's fixed. We're going to put everything back on and hope that it is. Pretty sure it is now, though. That's weird that this had that issue. Alright, here it is. We went ahead and washed it a little bit. We put the other mirror on, filled up the oil for the primary. And from what I could tell, the shifting works again, but we're going to take it up the road and make sure it goes through all the gears smooth. So we're going to let it warm up, and I'll meet you up the road. Third, fourth, fifth, 5 gears. Third, check the back brake. Back brake could use a bit more work. Alright, second, third, fourth, and fifth. That's all 5 gears. So she's definitely shifting. Back brake needs a bit more work. And I gotta figure something out about that mirror, because it's just, it loosens by itself on the little ball, but you know. Front brakes work good. Alright, let's shift through them again. Second, third, fourth, fifth. Nope, there's fifth. So I missed fourth the first time. Oh yeah. This bike's actually really comfortable. Back brakes, like I said, need a little bit more adjusting, but the front brakes, they work pretty good. See, they work pretty good. Alright, this should be the last video we make on this bike here. A couple things that we did: re-bled the back brakes and no air came out of them. I took it up and down the driveway a few times and they just kind of started working like they were supposed to. I don't know if like an air bubble came out or what, but whatever. The other thing is there was a bunch of oil leaking out of this cover here. The gasket went bad or whatever, so I replaced it. I don't know if I messed that gasket up or not, so I went ahead and paid for that one out of pocket. And then we also bought new mirrors because that one, I think it was this one, they're like not really adjustable, so it was kind of broken. But we're going to take it up the road one more time, try the back brakes some more, make sure they fully work like they're supposed to. Bike's already warmed up, so let's get to it. It's also like 25 degrees out here. It's like really cold. But I gotta get it done. I'm ready for it to be gone, ready to bring something else in. So, gotta make sure it's working properly. There's the back brakes. That was back brake only. You see, they're working a lot better. There's 5 gears. It don't have 6, does it? Nope, it's got 5 gears. And now we're rolling. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, this bike does ride really, really good. I'd love to get one, but I'm not going to sell my bike for one. Just because I really like my bike. Back brake only. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a bit different working on a Harley, but we got it done in the end. Stay tuned for more videos, I guess, because I don't plan on going anywhere anytime soon. I'll see y'all in the next one.